Shay here. Thank you so much for joining me for this week's Whip and Chat. WIP, W-I-P, stands for Work in Progress. So if you are new, welcome. And if you're new to these Whip and Chats, I'm so glad you found me. And and if you're new again, if you've come back again, thank you for coming back. I really do appreciate the newbies and the oldies more than you guys know. Y'all really mean a lot to me. I will just start off by saying I'm not feeling 100%. I got sick over the weekend, and I'm just kind of dragging. So I'm dragging. But I just wanted to, these are really important to me, especially during Mermaids and Magic. So I definitely did not want to miss my Whip and Chat. I probably should have filmed this yesterday. I got a steroid shot yesterday at the doctor, and I had so much energy, and I was hoping it was going to kind of last a couple of days, but it's already kind of like, I couldn't sleep last night because of the steroid shot is basically what happened. But anyways, we'll get into all that in a minute. I just wanted to let you know my energy is a little bit lower today, but we are here. I'm glad that you guys joined me because we are in the middle of Mermaids and Magic. Yes, you guys, we're doing Mermaids and Magic again. I am having so much fun, and I hope you are too. So thank you to everybody that's participating. I'm loving the participation this year. We've got so many more people. It's just like, feels like it just took off. I'm looking at the Facebook page, looking at all the posts, all the paintings I've never seen before, ones I want to add to my wish list, looking at Instagram. It's just amazing. You guys are like full force, like in it, and I'm just here for it. So thank you for making it a huge success. And thank you to Alyssa, my co-host. I could not have done any of this without her. So she deserves a big, big thank you. So how are you guys? How are you? Let me know how you are. It is, I kind of like to let you know, set the stage to let you know like what day it is, what time it is. It is Wednesday for me and / Thursday for you if you're watching this the day that it comes out. And it is 7:42 at night for me. So I was at work today. So, but yeah, y'all let me know how you're doing and what you're up to. And I know a lot of you are participating in Mermaids and Magic, which is awesome. But if you're not, no worries. That's awesome too. You don't have to be participating to be hanging out with us. But here's a painting I'm going to be working on. I haven't even started it yet, y'all. We're cracking open the first square tonight during this Whip and Chat. This is my painting for Mermaids and Magic. It's from Art and Soul. I recently did an unboxing. It's a 60 by 80 centimeters. It's a round, and she is called Mermaid and Lotus, and it's by it's a licensed artwork from Julia Speary. So I've been dying to work on her. I have been diamond painting in the background, but I've been working on my other Distracted by Diamonds painting that I'm on the last square. I have half of the last square left. And I thought, nope, I'll finish it later. I even took it to work with me today, and I thought I could do it on my lunch break, but that didn't happen. But I couldn't wait to start working on this. We've got new paintings, we've got new accessories, new sponsor stuff to talk about. So let's get into it, okay? So I showed you the painting, and then let's talk about some of the accessories. I haven't used any of the accessories until tonight. So I've had these for a little bit, and I'm so excited. Let's start off, and I know a lot of y'all have heard or seen this because it's really taken off. It's called Shay by the Sea. Tim and Carrie over at Leopard Leatherworks named this pin and this tray after me. We actually created this as a community. We created this pin for my 6,700 subscriber giveaway. Not giveaway, but celebration, I should say. And we got to pick these colors. I chose the teal, and everybody else chose all the other colors. And it is unbelievable. And I have not used it yet. I've been savoring it for this moment where I can actually start on my Mermaids and Magic painting. It matches perfectly with the greens and the purples. I love this pen. It's like a space. It's like the Space Odyssey. You just look at it and you just see, it's almost like it's moving. It's really super cool. So I can't wait to use that. I do have my Diamond Art Club metal multi-placer here. I'm not sure. This might be a 7 or 8. And then I have my single placer, just the brass tip. And it's got micro glue dots in here. And then I've got some putty in here. And then the matching trinket tray that's got the same colors, again, from Leopard Leatherworks. Love this. And all these things are resin. It's got some feet on the bottom. Look at that green, you guys. So pretty. So if you are interested in, this, they do have the recipe so they can make more. Just message them. I'll have all these folks linked down below. But yeah, here's the pen, the tray. And if that wasn't enough, Carrie also found a blank that she thought would go perfect when she found out she was going to be sponsoring our event. which is separate from this. This was this was my 6,700, subscriber milestone, right? Celebration pin and tray. But this is actually for Mermaids and Magic. This is one of the pins I'm going to be using. I haven't used it yet. I just got it yesterday in the mail. But Tim and Carrie turned this, or Tim turned it, I should say, but Carrie picked the blank. Look at this. See the mermaid scales in there, the glitter. It is amazing. So I'm going to be using some brand new pins tonight. If you like this pin, Alyssa has another one, and she's going to be giving it away soon. So make sure you're following. Sorry, Ollie and Jasper are both in here. I should have given that disclaimer. You might hear bone chewing, snoring, knocking the camera around. So, because my stand is on the ground, so they can knock into it. Anyways, Alyssa's going to be giving away her pen. She has another pen for a giveaway just like this. So make sure you're following her on Instagram and YouTube. So I'll have all her information linked down below. Okay. So I've got those two to use tonight. I'm so excited. And then I got my cutter, which we're going to be using in a second to cut back the plastic. And then good old handy tweezers. Okay. So that's that. And then of course I have my Elizabeth Ward. There's a lot of colors. There's 57 colors. And look at this. When you saw me do the unboxing, you may remember this. This is all that AB, 3756. It's a lot of ABs. But we're not going to get to that yet because that's more at the top and I start at the bottom. So it's going to be a little bit before we get to that. What else? I think that's it. And like I said, I'll have all these things linked down below. And of course, we cannot forget. So grab something to drink. I got my wine. I just poured it. I took one little sip before I started filming. But get something, some hot tea maybe, depending. It might be cold where you are. It's actually warm here. I am in Texas, for those of you that might be new. Yep, I'm in Tejas. All right, where do we begin? I did take some notes. Oh my gosh, Ollie, he's just walking around with the bone dangling. So I've got this metal desk. It's wood on top, but it's all metal on the bottom. And when they drag that bone, they just drag it across. It makes so much noise. All right, let's get to it. I'm gonna kind of turn this a little bit so it's kind of easier for me to see. But you can press down really hard on these. I just press down against the washi tape. Oh, by the way, this washi tape is from Simply Gilded. They had a mermaid release a couple months ago. And I got some from that release, so I've been dying to use it. Oh, look at that, peeling back a fresh square, you guys, the first square. This is really fun to be like actually working on this together for the first time. This company is new to me. I've never worked on one of their paintings. I'm not using a cover minder. Sometimes I don't really use them. I just kind of crease the plastic and it stays. So and then sometimes I'll even like rest my, put my storage containers over it. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's start with the plus. All right. Oh, a tray. Forgot to grab a tray. Oh my gosh. I was not prepared. I was trying to do this really fast and I've just started working. What tray? Oh, we get to pick a tray. We get to pick a color. This is a big decision. All right, hold on. I'll be right back. Okay, that's so funny. I just like paused y'all for, I don't know, about 5 minutes. I had so much fun looking through all my trays. I decided to go with this hot pink. And this is one of my newer Muni made trays. Because I figured she's got like that hot pink hair. See, and I thought that pink would really go well. And like a lot of the greens will show up in here. There's not a lot of, there's some of that pink color, but I think it'll be fine. So you gotta be careful sometimes picking your tray because if you don't wanna, those drills, you don't want them to match too good because then it'll be hard to see in your tray. I was gonna grab one of my Shay trays. Not that, but I actually was going to, I have some 3D printers. For those of you that have been around for a while, you may remember me talking about it. I kind of toyed around with the, maybe one day, opening up my own, like selling 3D printed diamond painting trays. And my husband actually helped me design one. And we bought some 3D printers. But it's a lot of work. And I think it was more work than what I was willing to do at the time. So, yeah. I almost grabbed one of those, but I was like, no, I wanted to show you guys one that you can actually... And I don't know how well they work, because I don't remember what version... I haven't done a round in a while. I've been working on a square for the last, last month, last 5 or 6 weeks, I think now. And I know, for those of you that are like, why aren't you multi-placing? Let me just try. Okay, I always have to concentrate. Ooh, yeah, these are nice. Okay. The drills are nice. This is so much nicer. Rounds are typically a little bit easier than squares. Well, at least they are for me. That's nice. All right. Kind of getting my bearings for a second. Kind of getting the groove here. All right. So a little bit more about Mermaids and Magic. So what I'm going to do in this video, I'm going to be showing a clip, probably towards the end is when I like to show it, of who won our week's 1 giveaway, okay? And I asked for the keyword in the comments. I asked for the word fantasy, and that's going to be from Lady Lathe Customs. And that was for this really cool resin pen holder that I showed you guys. And then some other goodies. There's a pen in here. There's putty. There's all kinds of good stuff. And there was a cover minder, little resin, so your little trash trinket, like a little trash tray. But yes, so I'm going to be picking the winner. We'll do a random comment picker from the link from last week's video. So be looking for that probably towards the end. And then in this video, I'm going to be giving you another word to put in the comments. And again, full sentence, kind of make it sneaky so no one knows we're doing a giveaway, and except for the ones that know. And yeah, so the word, I'll give you the word. I almost gave you the word now. I need to wait. I'll give you the word somewhere in the video, so you'll have to watch a little bit longer, okay? So make sure you watch. The only thing about doing the first square, it always pulls up a little bit because you're when you're on the corner is what I mean. The corner is always difficult. I always have to keep my hand kind of holding the corner down, because if I don't, it pops it up whenever I lift up. Plus, these are brand new pins. Oh, the Shay by the Sea pin feels so good. These are new pins with new wax and new glue dots in them, new putty and new glue dots. So they're really, really sticky. And I actually forgot to dirty them up on my pants and my shirt. Hold on. You just kind of tap it on your clothes a little bit like this, and it kind of just dirties them up. Well, not on your skin. Sorry. I was trying to look in the camera, but yeah, it just kind of dirties them up. Yeah, so let's see if that works a little better. Oh yeah, not as sticky, so much better. Because before it was like pulling up my whole painting when I pulled off my pin off of there. This feels so good. So I'll hopefully try to switch over to this one too. Excuse me, y'all. All right. So yes, so the giveaway, that's what I was going to finish talking about. Let's talk about what's going to be giving away, what I'm giving away for our next sponsor for this week's giveaway. Okay. It'll be for a tray from a resin trinket tray. I actually don't have the trays in hand. They're en route right now, shipping to me. But I will post up a picture, and it's from Angie. Angie's Sparkle Addiction. She was so sweet to make these mermaid trays for us. So I will pop up a picture right here next to me, right here. That'll pop up. And I'll show you guys what that's going to look like. So that'll be one of the giveaways. And I'm actually giving away 2. Now, these giveaways are US only. Alyssa will be doing our international giveaways too on this week during her YouTube or Instagram. Sorry, her Instagram giveaways. So one is Angie's tray, and then the other giveaway I'm gonna be doing is a We Wax bundle from Anxiety Art Adventures. Laura over there was so kind and has donated to. Let's see, I think it's a We Wax bundle, and I can show you a picture of what it looks like. I'll pop that right up here. She's actually going to ship that directly to the winners for us, so we don't have to pay for shipping, and that doesn't really make sense for us to have it shipped here and then have me ship it out to you. So Laura's holding on to that for us. So that's We Wax and Angie's Sparkle Addiction. So thank you to both of those sponsors for this week. Really, really do appreciate it. Could not really have an event without sponsors, y'all. It would get very, very expensive for the hosts, and that would be pretty rough. I mean, right now we're paying for shipping on a lot of these items, and so that adds up. But actually, if we had to buy the items too, that'd be a lot. So we really do appreciate all the support we get from the folks in the community and from the small shops. So I'll have both of them linked down below, Angie's stuff and then We Wax, okay? And then Alyssa will be giving away for international. She'll be doing Crafts with Crashly. She made some Mermaids and Magic release papers. So she'll be giving some of those away. Actually, she's got a discount code, I think. Yeah. I'm not going to speak to her giveaways, but go check out Alyssa, and she's got some international giveaways. I think it's coupon codes. So, and again, y'all, you'll have to forgive me. I am not feeling great. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to pretend here. I'm trying, but I don't know how well I'm doing it. But I don't want to be Debbie Downer, but I feel pretty awful. I don't feel great. Okay, so I think that's, yeah, but definitely follow Alyssa because she's got her act together over there, and she's going to be giving away more stuff too. All right, so one more thing. So I'm going to be out of town. I'm going to Disney, so I'll be gone. I leave Saturday. So I won't be, and I'm going to take the week off. I'm going to take next week off. So Unfortunately, there will not be a live next Sunday, and I feel really bad about that because I didn't go live this past Sunday either. So that's two. But I know you guys will be fine. But I didn't get a chance to do my live last Sunday, and then I'll be gone, next Sunday. So no live. But for my giveaway, the keyword I'm going to give you today for the stuff I just mentioned, Alyssa is going to be doing the giveaway for me. Okay, she's going to be grabbing the URL. She's going to be posting it on Instagram, who the winner is. I'll also do a community post and post who it is. So she's going to do a random comment picker just like I would have. She's just going to do it for me. So that way I won't have to bring my computer and film anything. Same goes for my Patreons. I'm going to let them know as well. And I guess if y'all are listening, hello. I haven't told you guys yet, but I'm just going to take the week off. I'm not going to do a weekly vlog that week. I'm just going to strictly really take a nice week off with my family and our friends, and really not do any YouTube stuff. So I hope you guys understand. I know you do, because I know y'all are awesome like that. No one expects, us to not be with our families. So, but thank you for giving me that time off and for understanding. And I will be back refreshed and with lots of good stories, I'm sure. I am sure of that. So, all right. If there's anything else I missed on Mermaids and Magic, let me know below. But again, thank you so much for all your participation, you guys. I hope you're having a good time. I'm loving it. I'm having so much fun at night, and even during the day, like on my lunch break, I'll be at work, and I'll hop on my phone. I just love scrolling and looking at all the beautiful paintings, and everyone's posting so many progress pics. It's so great, and it's such a wonderful community feel. I'm just really appreciative of this community and of you guys and coming together, and really everyone's loving. And I loved all your comments about your fantasies. That was awesome to read. And I think I've responded to most of the comments, so hopefully I've got back to you. And yeah, I really loved reading all your fantasies. A lot of you wished you were mermaids when you were little, and I did too. I used to pretend in the bathtub and in the swimming pool that I was a mermaid. But yeah, I loved all the fantasies. A lot of y'all have some really cool places you want to live, and your houses, and just like I said, your dreams, your fantasies. So it was really fun to read. So thank y'all for leaving all those awesome comments. All right. So is there anything else? I will give y'all the keyword. Yes. Okay. So let's talk about, that's diamond painting stuff. Let's talk about some personal stuff, kind of catch y'all up on what's been going on this last week and why I'm kind of feeling the way I'm feeling and kind of how it all came about. So Saturday of last weekend, I felt like garbage. And not really garbage, not yet. I just felt like I absolutely had no energy. It was the weirdest thing. I thought maybe I was hungover. I'm like, did I drink too much wine Friday night? And that's really what I thought it was. I'm like, maybe I'm just kind of hungover and I just not feeling good. But I pretty much laid around almost all day until about 3. And then my husband and I had to run a couple errands. But I had absolutely no energy. So I did no laundry. I didn't do my Patreon vlog, which I was supposed to do. I was supposed to put that up. I was zapped, y'all. And I could tell something was wrong, but I didn't know what. I'm like, gosh, I don't know. Maybe, like I said, maybe I thought I just drank too much. But I just felt off. So that was Saturday. So that had me kind of stressing out Saturday night about whether or not I could go live on Sunday. Because, now that I work full time, I'm like, I don't have the luxury now during the week just doing laundry whenever I want, running errands. I have to fit it in, on the weekends. Just gonna grab a drink of water, y'all. Hold on a sec. So sometimes I get a little stressed out. I'm noticing that by Saturday night, if I haven't accomplished a lot of what I wanted to do in that first day, then I'm like, oh, how am I going to do it all tomorrow and do my live? I start to stress. Let's try this mermaid pin. We'll switch it up. I'll try this one. Actually, I think I'm done with that color. Yeah, I think I'm done with that green. Okay, so we'll use that one in a sec. So, yeah, so Saturday, and I was like, and I didn't have a guest on Sunday. So when I don't have a guest, I'm like, well, I can definitely maybe, cancel it, because I don't want to obviously cancel if I have a guest. But because I just was starting to stress, going, okay, I don't know how I'm going to get all my chores done, my, grocery shopping and laundry. And then plus we're going on our trip. We're leaving Friday. And I thought, and I needed to take the kids out to get some clothes because it's going to be warmer in Florida and we need shorts and we need, all the kids needed something. So, and I told Lou, my daughter Lou, that I would take her on Sunday to go shopping. So I went ahead and canceled my live. And again, was feeling really weird Sunday, but I was like, I got out, it was a beautiful day. So we went shopping, this outdoor shopping center, and we had lunch outside. It was really nice. It was Lou and her best friend and I. And we were there for 3 or 4 hours and got what she needed. And I got a pair of shorts that I needed. So even though I hate wearing shorts during spring break because you're so white and pasty, from not getting any sun for months. It's just, wearing shorts. Plus, you kind of let yourself go over the winter. Just, I always kind of dread it. So I always kind of bring a couple pairs of like capri leggings, and I always bring shorts because in Florida it gets hot. So that's always a dilemma for spring break. So got that when we get back home. And now Diamond Painting Cajun, my friend Cajun, goes live on Sundays at 5:30. So right after I go, because I go live normally at 4, and she's central too. She's in Louisiana. So she goes on right after me. Well, she invited me to be a guest on her live a week or two ago. And I was like, well, logistically, how would we do that? I already go live before you. That's a lot of me for people to be watching for, if they go to mine and they go to yours, that's a lot of live, a lot of us at one time, me. And I was like, plus, I don't know if I really want to be live for that long. That's a lot. And, I might need to, be taking care of dinner and things like that after my live, which is what I normally do. And so logistically, I told her, I'm like, I don't know, we'll see. But I really wanted to do it. So Sunday was coming around, and we were back home around 4:30. So I told Debbie, I was like, okay, I'll be a guest, because it was perfect because I didn't go live on my own channel, and I pretty much got a lot of my stuff done by that point. And I wanted to hang out with you guys. I missed you. And I'm like, maybe I'll see some folks on there that, would normally be on my live. So, hopped on. I didn't tell anybody I was going to be on there. So I think it surprised some people because they were like, wait, I thought you were taking a break today. I thought you were taking the day off. I was like, nope, not really. But it was great, y'all. I didn't have to do anything. It's really cool being a guest on someone else's live. I didn't have to make the thumbnail. I didn't have to, I didn't have to do anything. I didn't have to manage the chat. It was awesome. I actually diamond painted, and which I normally can't do on my lives, because you have to watch the chat really closely. But yeah, that's Deb. She got to handle it all, and I just got to hang out with you guys. So it was really fun. So I'm glad I got to, do a little bit of a live on Sunday with you guys. And so that was Sunday. So Monday, I wake up for work, and that's when I started feeling like garbage. I was like, okay, something's wrong. I had the worst sore throat. It felt like when I swallowed, I had like rocks in my throat. It was just awful, y'all. And I'm like, oh no. And here I am worrying about, about to go to Disney. And then Lou also starts telling me on Sunday that her throat hurts really bad too. And it hurts when she swallows. And I was like, oh no. Now, also my mom and dad were coming into town for some doctor's appointments, and they were going to be staying with us for a couple of nights in from Amarillo. So I was like, oh no, I'm sick. My mom and dad are coming into town. We're trying to get ready for this trip. I got to work. I got to do all the things. I'm like, oh my gosh. So got through Monday, and it was rough, y'all. It was so rough. All day my throat was hurting, and I felt like total garbage. I just felt like shit. I was like, oh my gosh. But I pushed through, came home, laid right down on my bed as soon as I got home from work. And I checked in with mom and dad to see what their ETA is. And they're like, we're actually 10 minutes away. I was like, okay. So I had to rally. I had to rally, y'all. Because they just drove 6 hours to come see us. And, and I was like, I can do this. And so they come in, and I hugged him. And after I hugged him, I was like, oh, I got a sore throat. Mom was like, oh, now you tell us. I was like, oh, I don't think it's anything serious. Maybe it's allergies. I don't know. So, we had a really good time visiting, and we made burgers and fries on the grill because it's been beautiful weather here, you guys. Oh my gosh, it's been 70s. It's just been beautiful weather here. But that's another thing is, when I did go to the doctor, he was telling me, he's like, there's a lot of stuff blooming right now. So it's really messing with a lot of people with a lot of allergies. So that could have been some of it too. We didn't know. So Tuesday morning, wake up, and I was like, I can't go to work. Plus I need to take Lou to the doctor. I need to get myself maybe something to knock this out before we leave on vacation. Give me a Z-Pack, do something. So call in, tell work I'm not coming in, alert Lou's school, she's not coming in. We'll have a doctor's note later. And my husband leaves for Austin on Tuesday morning. So he was gone. My mom and dad were here, but they had doctor's appointments all day Tuesday. So I got up and I called Care Now and got checked in online. And I got there about 9, and I did not have a fever, so that was good. And so they checked my ears and my throat, and he's like, yeah, your throat's red. He goes, so what I think it could be, he goes, I think you have a cold, and plus it could be allergies too. But they didn't give me a strep test. They didn't do a flu test. They didn't do a C test. And I was like, yeah, because I didn't have a fever, and I didn't really have some crazy symptoms. I just felt really bad. My throat really hurt. And he's like, you know what? This is what I think we should do. think we should do a steroid, either a steroid injection, give you a steroid shot in your hip, or we can give you the steroid pills. But if you do the shot, it's like you'll feel it immediately. It'll start kicking in today, and you'll start feeling a lot better. So I was like, okay. And I've had the steroid shot once before, and it feels like someone kicked me in the butt. It hurts so bad, I remember, and it burns right after they give it to you. I was like, okay, I'll take the shot, whatever I can do to get to feeling better. So, and they also called in some, because I told them I was coughing at night, and when I would cough, I would feel like I was going to throw up when I coughed. It was like making me feel nauseous when I coughed really hard. So he gave me these, I haven't taken them yet, but he gave me these prescription cough pellets or little balls or something. I don't know what they are. And then some syrup to be able to sleep. And then they gave me the shot, and y'all, it hurt so bad. It burned. She was like, okay, lay on the table and just face me. I'm like, which side? She goes, that's up to you. I was like, all right, I guess it doesn't really matter. And I thought she was going to give it to me more on my butt. She's like, no, it's going to be in your hip. She goes, well, you don't do your butt because we could hit like your sciatic nerve, and we don't want to do that. And I was like, all right. She goes, now it's going to burn. I was like, all right. So she does it, and it burned. And then she was like, do you want to lay here for a little bit and just make sure you're okay? She goes, it's totally up to you. If you just want to see, she goes, but if you had one before here and you were fine then, I'm sure you'll be okay, but it's totally up to you. And I was like, I just wanted to get out of there because I'd already been waiting for like 45 minutes before I even went back there. So got the shot, and then I ran home, and then woke up Lou for her appointment. Her appointment was at 10:50, and got her to the pediatrician's office, and they tested her for strep and flu. Everything came back negative, so that was good. And the doctor said she had a cold and decided to give her a Z-Pack. So you know what the Z-Pack is, right? That thing's amazing. Azithromycin or something like that. I forget what it's called. But yeah, the doctor's like, take this. She goes, you might want to hold on to it till like it gets closer to your trip. So that way, you got it. And that way you'll be really good to go. She goes, or, you can start taking it now if you're not starting to feel better in the next couple days. Well, we started taking it yesterday because she was like, my throat hurts so bad. Because she had missed school. Oh, she didn't go to school Monday or Tuesday. So I was like, girl, you got to go back to school today. I got that steroid shot, y'all. I felt like I felt like I was high or something. I had so much energy. I was like, woo, it was the biggest energy boost. I was like cleaning the house. I was doing laundry. My mom and dad come back from their doctor's appointments, and my mom was like, are you okay? You need help with anything? I'm like, nope, I'm good. I didn't even feel sick. It was like, it totally masked all the symptoms. It was crazy. Now I still feel, the symptoms are not as bad. It definitely helped, but I couldn't sleep last night. So today I'm dragging. I'm so tired, and I'm still sick, but yet it's kind of masking, I think, a lot of the symptoms. The way the doctor said it was like, the steroid shot is like an anti-inflammatory too, and it just kind of like calms everything down, so you can like start to feel better immediately. But obviously it's not like a cure for it, right? So, but yeah, I had so much energy last night. We went out to dinner at one of their favorite Mexican restaurants I used to go to when they lived here. We did that, and but here it is 12:30 at night, and I'm staring at the ceiling, wide awake. I could not go to sleep. I even took some NyQuil, nighttime NyQuil. Or I guess that'd be the nighttime NyQuil. I even took nighttime cold medicine, thinking, okay, that'll help me get sleepy. Nope. So yeah. So that's that with the cold stuff and not feeling great. But man, y'all, that steroid shot, that's the way to go. I felt like the bionic woman or something. It was so weird. It's hard to describe. I mean, if y'all have had one before, then you know what I'm talking about. I just felt awesome. I felt so good. But again, it was just like temporary. So I had to get back to it today. I had to go back to work. I'm really thirsty. I need more water, and I don't have any more. Did I drink this already? Yeah, this one's gone. Yeah, wine's not really doing it. Hold on, I'm gonna go grab a water. I'll be right back. Okay, y'all, I'm back. Whew. I'm out of breath. I ran downstairs real quick. Got a water. I'm so thirsty. I don't know if it's from the steroid shot or just from needing fluids. I'm like dying of thirst. Yeah, I've already drank like one of these San Pellegrinos, and I just drank like a second one. So I hope I don't start burping with all the sparkling water. I need more. I'm struggling, y'all. So I go downstairs to grab a water, and, Lou's down in the kitchen by herself. Everybody else is kind of gone doing their own thing. I go down there, and for those of you that are new, Lou is she's 11, so that's my 11-year-old daughter. She's down in the kitchen, and she's going through a phase of wanting to do chocolate-covered strawberries and, like, bake and do all the things. So the other day we went to Michael's, and she's been wanting to do chocolate-covered strawberries, but she needed a certain kind of chocolate. So she got a bag at Michael's of this baking chocolate, I think it is, I don't know. And she doesn't get any of this from me, that's for sure. And she did chocolate-covered strawberries, and they were so good. They're all in the fridge. And now when I went down there, she had a baking sheet out with some foil on it, and she had these really big cookie cutters, like a star and a heart. And I caught her, I walked down there, she was pouring the melted chocolate into these cookie cutters. I don't know what she's making. I don't know what she's doing. But hey, she's happy and she's busy, so that's good. Man, these pens are amazing. I'm loving the feel. I wanted to see if they were turned the same way. I think they are. Yeah, they've got that same style. Very nice. Love that. I'm gonna keep using this one. I like a thicker pen. That's like my preference. Okay, yeah, it's just been kind of crazy this week because, when you're getting ready for a trip, I don't know if y'all are like this, but I get like super anxious, because of the packing and just all the things. I just get really, really anxious whenever we travel. And this particular trip is different for us. So check this. With a family of 5 to go to Disney is expensive. A family of 5 to do anything. Our hotel rooms are always, because it's just, if there was just 4 kids, or not 4 kids, if there was just 4 of us, the sleeping situation could be a little bit easier, but because we have that third child, we always have to get like an extra bed or an extra pull-out or another room. It's just, it really makes things a little bit harder. Not harder, just more money. So this year, we're actually not even flying into Orlando. We're flying into Tampa because it was cheaper. And then we're driving, this one's still sticky. I need to dirty up my glue dots on my shirt again. Okay. We're flying into Tampa. And I think it's only my husband's like an hour drive from Tampa to Orlando. So that's not too bad, but we saved a ton of money doing that way. And we are traveling with some friends of ours who have 2 kids. And this is our fifth time to go with them. So we always have a great time together. We rent a big, huge van that we all get in. So we're all on the same flights. This year we are flying Frontier. Frontier is awesome. It was super cheap. The only thing is where they get you on some of these budget airlines is the fees for checked bags and all the different fees, right? That's where it starts to add up. So my husband was like, I'm not going to pay that. I'm just going to pay the basic, economy seat, whatever that was, and get a really good deal for all 5 of us. But what that means is no checked bags. So we have been on the hunt for the last couple of weeks to find bags that will fit the carry-on size requirements for Frontier. Because some of the bags we have for carry-on bags that we use like for American and stuff, they're a little too big. So we're having to downsize a little bit, and we're having to pack. We're going to be gone for a week's worth of clothes in a little backpack. Now, where we're staying does have a washer and dryer. So with that being said, you only really need to bring, 3 or 4 days, like 3 or 4 days is all I'm really packing for. And then, you can just wash, every couple days just do laundry. So that's kind of our plan, but we've been having to go to these camping stores and sporting goods stores and trying to find, so we had to get new bags. The boys did, and the boys already had a good size little carry-on bag that they've used for themselves before, but Lou and my husband and I had to get new bags that were a little bit smaller than what we had. And then we also got a little small backpack for the park, when you're at Disney, to put your jacket and, your things. So, but that bag had to fit in the small backpack, the carry-on backpack. So we have to be very, very, minimalist, I guess you could call it, is what it feels like. I mean, the bare minimum. So that's why I can't bring my computer. Can't bring a diamond painting. I mean, none of the luxuries, y'all. We're going bare bones. So yeah, that's kind of the state we're in right now, is trying to see how much we can fit in these tiny little bags so we don't have to pay all these fees, because that's where it really adds up. because it's a lot for 5 people. It is a lot, y'all, to travel. So yeah. So I got to give it to my husband. He's been really working hard and ordering, you know, all the things from Amazon and this and that we need. But I think it's kind of funny is because I said to him, like, okay, so you're trying to avoid paying all these fees, right? For all these baggage fees and things. But here you are buying all these new backpacks and all these new bags. Aren't you just like, wouldn't it be easier to, he goes, no, we're going to use these bags again. It'll be worth it. If we use them twice, it'll be worth the money. I'm like, okay. Just was like, don't end up spending all this money buying all this new stuff when we could have just paid the bag fees, right? I'm just like, oh my gosh, I don't know what he's doing, but I trust him. He's quite the traveler. So, yep. So this will be a different way this year of traveling there. Yep. But I am got the dogs, called the boarding place today. This is the first time that Ollie will be boarded. He's 1.5 years now, and my mother-in-law used to live near us, and she used to watch him because he was just a baby and we didn't want to board him. But now all 3 are going to be boarded, and they're all going to be in one room together. They have an executive suite that will fit all 3 dogs, and they're little dogs. So, you know, and if y'all are new, I've got one Frenchie, little French bulldog. That's Ollie. And then I have Margot and Jasper, which is our 2 Boston Terriers. Yep. So they're all, you know, fairly small dogs, and they're all going to be together. But I figure as long as they're all together, they'll be fine. But I called the boarding place today and kind of confirmed everything. The only thing is that we could be cutting it close on is our flight gets in at like 2:20 on Saturday, and the boarding place to pick up the dogs, you have to pick up your dogs by 3:45. So if there's like, you know, any delays or anything, we'd be kind of screwed. So I called them today. I'm like, okay, let's book them for Sunday, you know, pick them up Sunday. We'll give them just in case. She's like, yeah, that's a good backup plan. So just in case we can't get there in time, the dogs will have to stay one more night. And that's a whole nother fee, y'all. And that gets expensive for 3 dogs, but you know, what are you gonna do? What you gonna do? Yep. So yeah, people ask, why'd you go back to work? For all these things. That's what I'm thinking. Oh my gosh, and I had to pay our pool guy the other day, and having a pool is expensive. Having a pool is so expensive, but he does come every week. He comes once a week. If you think about it though, I mean, that's a lot, but I had to pay him a 6-month money, and I'm like, geez, and we barely use the pool. I mean, Lou uses it, I guess, but no one really uses it like we used to. The novelty kind of wore off, and I don't know, y'all. Pools are expensive. Anyways, so yeah, Disney. So it's coming. We did manage to fit. No, we don't have our bags yet. Lou and our bags come from Amazon tomorrow. So we have all of our clothes laid out. And he even brought my husband even bought compression cubes to like compress all your stuff. I mean, this has been a whole thing. I'm cracking up. He's been watching YouTube videos on all these packing experts and bags. He's doing all this research on bags and watching a ton of YouTube videos on people that travel and the best rated this and that, and how to pack small, roll your shirts. He's been giving me all kinds of instructions. So, but we don't have our bags yet. So, but we did manage to, we're hoping they fit, but we did get to each grab a pair of ears. We have a nice little collection of Mickey ears that we've collected over the years. So we got some really cute ones. And we always buy a new one when we go. So I was like, okay, we can take one and maybe we can get a new one if we can fit it in our bag. So probably won't be getting a lot of souvenirs, that's for sure. But because we've been, a few years now in a row, I don't think, we're the souvenir stuff has worn off. We don't really get too much like we used to. Yep, the gift shops are really cool there. They're super cool just to walk through and, especially on Main Street. But yeah, so we're looking forward to that. There's some new rides at Disney that the kids are super pumped about. There's Tron. It's like a motorcycle ride. It's like you're riding a motorcycle. And half the ride's outside, part of it's outside, and then you go back inside. But yeah, that's new. So we haven't done that ride before. I think there's maybe one or two more, but yeah, the kids are really excited about the rides. And yeah, I'm just happy about, not having to, getting away from the house for a week, not working, all that stuff. But it is a lot of walking. I want to try to I normally like to bring 2 pairs of tennis shoes because I like to pair, kind of alternate my shoes. Or if one pair gets really wet one day, if it rains or something. We did get ponchos, so we've got those. We were so bad. We were just buying cheapy ponchos every year. But this year my husband actually got some reusable ones like what they called frog togs or something like that. I guess they were rated good. So he got some ponchos for each of us. So we got our ponchos in case it rains, because in Florida in the spring, you know, it normally rains. Got sunscreen. So yeah, we got all the things and we're just kind of packing, but I hope I can fit, you know, I'll wear one pair of tennis shoes like on the plane. And then I hope I can fit another pair of tennis shoes in my little baby bag, my carry-on. Hope so, because I kind of like to have 2 pairs of shoes. I told Lou that. I was like, what, are you going to bring 2 pairs of tennis shoes? And she told me, yeah. And she's like, I need my Crocs too. I'm like, girl, I don't think the Crocs are going to make it. She's like, but I like to travel with my Crocs. I'm like, this trip's kind of different. Probably going to have to wear one of those pairs of tennis shoes because, yep, we're doing it differently this time. So, what else? I don't even know how long I've gone because I had to pause it a couple times. But gosh, you know what, y'all? I always start off these videos, you know, feeling kind of, I don't know how I'm going to do this. I don't feel good and blah, 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 you know, gloom and doom. And then I end up getting going and I'm like, all right. And I end up just hanging out with you guys and I feel better. You'll always put me in a better mood. I really do like catching up with you. But you got to tell me down below how you guys are. Ooh, let's give you the key word. Yes. Nice little transition point for the key word. And again, this will be for one of Angie's resin trays with a mermaid tray, and then a wee wax bundle, some nice putty or some wax. So yes. So this week's word, keyword, the magic word, the word that I want y'all to put in a sentence somewhere in the comments will be shine. SHINE. Alyssa and I were talking about words and she's like, what about whimsical? And I'm like, I don't even know how to spell whimsical. I don't even know how to tell them to spell it. Y'all, and it's kind of a tricky one. I loved it, but I was like, we were trying to think of like fantasy words and magical words. And, but I thought shine was really cool because I was just sitting here looking at the diamonds and I'm like, everything's shiny and we all want to shine. And you could come up with a lot of cool things. I was trying to think of an example. If I were to say something like a sentence about shine, I like to see other people shine. That's why I like to have, that's why I like to support other, creators and shops. And I like to see other people shine and see their excitement and just see them kind of glow, almost like glow is another word, but yeah, shine is, so let me know. Be creative. Y'all always are. You always give me some good stuff to read. And I always read all your comments. Like I said, I always try to get back to you guys. I know sometimes it's just a heart. Sometimes I can't always write because y'all keep me busy. I'll tell you what, I was stressing a little bit last week. I was feeling a little overwhelmed. I'm like, okay, how do I keep up with the comments? It was after last week's Whip and Chat. How do I keep up with the comments? How do I keep up with all the Facebook posts on the progress pictures, the Instagram progress pictures? I was just like, wow, this thing, it just felt like it got really big. But I love it. I love that a lot of people seem to really enjoy this genre of art more than I realized. Yeah. And a lot of people were like, you know what? I didn't really have any fantasy. I didn't have any mermaids, but now I do. Some people's tastes have changed and some people love fantasy. This was like right up their alley. So I love it. It's awesome. I think I'm done with that symbol. See, I'm going to miss you guys. Now that I'm talking about not having a live on Sunday, not doing a video next week, not doing Patreon vlogs. I'm like, what? That's not like me. That's really weird, actually. I haven't really let it set in yet, but yeah. Well, especially with not being able to bring a computer. I mean, I don't do anything from my phone. I do most of my stuff from my computer. I know a lot of creators do everything from their phone. I'm like, how do y'all do that? I haven't really figured that out, but no diamond painting for a week. How am I going to make progress on this? The one thing I definitely will be doing though, don't you think y'all are going to get away from me that quick? I will have my phone on me and I love it at night, getting in bed and just scrolling through all the Facebook group and the Instagram and reading your comments. So definitely, I'll be, definitely interacting with you guys still. I just won't be, posting my Whip and Chat and then doing a live. So But yeah, Alyssa will be taking care of that for me, which is awesome. I know last year, if y'all were around for this one last year, you might remember I did my whip and chat from the hotel room. And I remember, I think I was on the floor and of one of the kids' rooms. And you could see like kids coming in and out. And I was sitting on the floor trying to do the video in diamond paint. It was kind of chaotic, but it was fun. But I was telling Alyssa, I'm like, I don't know if I can. She goes, no, take the week off. I got you. I'll take care of it all. I was like, all right. And I know she will. So yeah, I just won't have the video, but, and what'll happen is I guess like for, you know, I won't have next week's whip and chat. So there won't be a word, but, we'll figure something out. So we'll just keep it going. Don't worry. There'll always be giveaways and it'll keep flowing between Alyssa and I. We'll get it all in there. So yeah, I really am loving all my new accessories. It's been really fun to work on a new painting. It's been good to do rounds, because I've been working on a lot of squares, or maybe not a lot, just a lot. I'm working on the same painting forever. When I do finish it, which I hope to finish my other painting like in the next day or two, I'll post it on Instagram and I'll show you all a picture. What was weird about it was there was not one AB in that one. So I was going to look through my stash, and I might still do that. I just started on this, but I have a little stash of ABs and, you know, enhancements. I don't have a big selection, but I have a couple of boxes of stuff. And sometimes I like to go through and look at the DMC list and see if I have any, you know, ABs or any crystals or anything else I want to switch out. I'm really bad about enhancing my paintings and switching out things. I know Alyssa and a lot of other folks are really good about doing that. I'm not. But this does have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 special drills. So that's really good. You know, I don't know if I even need to enhance more, but I don't know. It's kind of fun to make it your own. That's one thing I was going to tell you guys that I've noticed, and a lot of people have made comments, especially like in the Facebook group. And maybe it's because of the theme of the event, and because if it's a mermaid, maybe a lot of people were making comments saying that this was the most enhancements they've ever done on a painting. And I think that's so cool that people are like branching out and like really like going for it and like going all out. I mean, people have been ordering like, you know, from DP with sparklers and, you know, getting all the things, the crystals and the ABs. And it's like, this is really fun. And I can see, especially with a fantasy painting, how it leads its way to that. So, but I like that a lot of you were like, you know, making this special. And that's the way it felt when I was reading those comments. I was like, yeah, everyone's like into it. There's something about this year. It just feels like it's been like pumped up or something. I don't know. It just feels like the excitement is there, and I love it. I'm so glad we ended up doing it again. It's been a lot of fun. I would have been really sad and really missed it if I didn't do it. So what else? Everyone else is doing good. My folks left this morning. They left this morning to head back to Amarillo. So like I said, they were here 2 nights, Monday night, Tuesday night, they headed back. And then, yeah, so it's just the kids and I tonight. And I want to do this with y'all and hang out and get this up for you. Do a little bit of diamond painting. Got to get some sleep tonight, that's for sure. Got to get some sleep. Lou and I are going to go get our nails done tomorrow. Going to go get a pedicure and a manicure. She wants to go to the nail salon and get her nails and get little Mickeys, like little Mickey Mouses painted on her nails. There's one nail salon that does like fancy nails around here. And one year before we went, she got some Disney nails and she wants to go do that again. So I think we're gonna do that tomorrow night. Nate's getting a haircut. And yeah, got him and my husband went out Sunday and got some shorts and stuff, and a couple things didn't fit. So I had to run back on my lunch today back to the store and did some returns for him. So it's just all those little things, right? You know, called on the dogs, make sure they're all set and ready to go. And so I'm just trying to like multitask, you know, work and get this vacation kind of ready to go. I have packed, like I said, I've kind of got my clothes all laid out on my dresser. So I think I'm good there. And yeah, I'll have to just kind of keep y'all posted. What else? I'm trying to think if I have any other notes. No, I think I gave y'all, I don't even know how long. What's this part? This has been 20 minutes, this last pause, but I don't know how many other pauses I don't know what I was at before, but it's pretty much what I've caught up. I think I'm gonna go check on Lou and see what the chocolate factory is doing down there. And yeah, we just had dinner a little bit ago. We had Hawaiian Bros. I don't know if y'all have that where you are. It's like teriyaki chicken and rice. It's a chain. It's like a fast food chain for like Hawaiian food. It's pretty good. We had that, and yeah, I'm just super thirsty. But I'm gonna let this process and get this up for y'all and hopefully get to bed at a decent time. And this will go up for y'all. But yeah, I hope you're doing okay. Let me know how y'all are. And let me know if you're doing anything for spring break. If your kids' spring break is coming up and if you're taking any trips or any vacations, let me know. But yeah, let me know all the things, y'all. I like to keep up. This is our weekly, catch up. Yeah, and this is gonna be weird not having this next week to be able to, but it's okay. We'll get back on track when I get back. We definitely will. Like I said, if y'all need anything, don't hesitate to message me. I'm not gonna be gone. I'm just, just not Texas. Just be somewhere else, but I'll be around. So don't be afraid to reach out to me. And I will definitely try to get back to y'all as soon as I can. But make sure you're following Alyssa. And I'll be posting on the community tab for anything that I need to be putting there. And we'll definitely be keeping y'all up to date, even though I'm going to be kind of out of pocket for a week. But yeah, we'll keep things moving right along. All right, we are here to pick the winner from last week's Whip and Chat. Again, the keyword was fantasy. And I went ahead and put in, this is just the random comment picker from YouTube. I put the URL in from last week's video. It was that kickoff video. And let's see, I had to do a math problem. 9 plus 8, 17. All right, y'all, let's see how many comments. Get YouTube comments. Get out. Do y'all see that? There were 3. Oh my gosh, I don't think I've ever had that many comments. 304 of you guys commented. Wow, you guys are blowing me away with your participation for this event. Thank you so very much. I'm enjoying hosting this so much. I hope you guys are enjoying having a good time here. This is awesome. Okay, 304 people put the word in fantasy. All right, so let's go down and hit start. And it'll just kind of throw up a bunch of random names. It won't put all of them up, but just kind of look for yours and see if it pops up. All right, y'all, are we ready? Let's do the finger drum roll. All right, on your mark, get set, go. And the winner is, who's this? Bronwyn Holtz. I hope I'm saying that right. 7660. This is my first time entering your event, and I love seeing all the fantasy paintings. Oh, and you won the first giveaway. That's awesome. All right, so what we'll do is, I normally ask you guys to reach out to me, which please do if you're watching this, but also with the Google form, hopefully you filled that out, the entry form, and we'll have your information. So yes, but definitely reach out to me. And thank you so much. Congratulations. That's awesome. And I hope I pronounced your name correctly, which I'm not sure if I did. But yeah, that was great, y'all. Thank you so much for everyone's participation. I diamond painted just for a few more minutes. This is, oh, sorry, I'm holding my phone. This is as far as we've gotten. So we almost got the first square done. I think we're doing pretty good. So it's moving right along. I know it's kind of a small square, but I'm happy with it. But yes, congratulations again. And y'all just, let's keep this going, okay? Keep the party going. All right, love y'all so much. All right, bye. All right, so that's gonna be it for this one. And if y'all enjoyed this, please give me a thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. And if you've not subscribed, I'd love to have you guys. Just click on that subscribe button down below. It's absolutely free, doesn't cost a thing. And then there's a notification bell right next to that. And yeah, you'll be notified whenever I post up any new videos. Y'all have a great rest of your week and weekend. And I will see you soon. And just message me if you need anything, okay? All right, love you guys. Take care. Bye.